Okay, I feel like I got some explaining to do. It's a terrible camera angle, isn't it? Good morning. I got some explaining to do, but I also got to hurry up and get in to the office and try to run this business. Let's just say I try at it. I'm not doing that great, but I'm getting there. I actually bought a new book, The Tipping Point, to try to help me figure out the problems in my business. But what happened to me?
That's so gay.
I'm so gay. That's so gay.
That's so gay.
You bought a book to help run your business? Anyway, let's move on. Bang. So that's part of what I'm going to explain is Mr. Adam Calhoun. And you know, that Insane song, it's good to get you pumped up on the way to the office. To be a gay leader that reads books. Isn't it Pride Month? So, gee whiz, that was loud. Who says gee whiz too? I'm so gay.
Holy gay.
So those are the two things that I want to explain. Some of you guys may have noticed a membership thing on my page that's available now after years of not doing it. And then I'm getting a lot of questions of how do you figure Adam Calhoun was like the majority reason for the break, the mental break of Ryan Upchurch.
Adam Calhoun.
Yes, Adam.
Oh, Adam. Adam over here. Adam. And
Adam Calhoun. Adam Calhoun. Adam Calhoun. Adam Calhoun. Adam. Adam B. Calhoun. I'm worried about Adam Calhoun. Adam Calhoun.
it's Adam. Adam, dude. Oh, Adam.
Adam Calhoun.
So what? Adam goes.
And we'll get into that. But first, let me get this song out real quick. Insane. Hey, just for the record, Adam, you had the best verse on the song, no matter what those other guys say. Just in time. Hard Target's tripping. Shout out Hard Target. You definitely had the best verse, dude. I mean, put me in the game, coach. Love your verse, Adam. Let me just set you down there for a second while I drive by these two police officers. So, the number one thing, the membership. Forever and ever, and a lot of other creators that I've spoke to, they're all like, man, you're crazy for not doing that and not doing some t-shirts and stuff like that. And I'm like, I know, and I could definitely always use the money. It's a struggle, man. The kind of work that I do, it fluctuates pretty bad. So anyway, I never wanted to do it because I could barely come up with the time to just do what I do here. But I do realize that there is an audience for it, and I do realize that there's some very loyal people that watch me and love the commentary that I give on topics. And I think a lot of them understand at this point that there's no hold back, right? A lot of people are afraid to cross over or say anything or whatever, and I do get surprised that some people take some of the stuff I say so serious. I seen Justin Time be like, man, I got you, guy, man, I laughed so hard at the pool video, but then he was stripping on me the next day. Dude. Hey, you shouldn't take things so serious, man. I realized that I need to just pull the trigger on this thing at some point. And I was thinking about it last night after talking to another pretty big creator. You know who he is. You know who he is. I was like, you know what's funny? Is I have, like, so many videos from an era. And this is like, there's some nostalgia to it. As stupid as that sounds. There's people in my comment section and in these groups and in this little community that we went through an era together, right? 2-3 years ago or whatever, like we went through something that was so unusual and like it was so fun and there was some peaks to it. After, I don't know, 6-8 months and the business starts, right? We will go ahead, I'll go ahead and take care of you today and then we'll just scratch the Monday then.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I appreciate
you.
All right. Bye-bye.
I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.
So, where was I? Oh, it was an era, right? And after 6-8 months, after 6-8 months of this whatever we went through, the back and forth, and who I'm talking about is Johnny Gobble. The Johnny Gobble saga was an era. It was a thing that happened. And the funny thing is there's two groups, right? There's this big group over here of people who was there and present when it went down, but probably don't remember every detail. And then there's this other group, this new group, because, you know, this group in general as a whole has been growing. And there's a lot of people that enjoy the saga and the idiocy and the unawareness that is Johnny Gobble. All these videos for all these years have been privated on my page. And a lot of this stuff that he cries about, that, and then he did this to me, and then there was flyers, and then... Anyway, I got to thinking about it. I was like, you know what? I looked into the membership. There's two things you can do. You can have videos that are just for members. And then you can also have a tab that is early release, which is the only other thing that I get asked a ton is, Gotcha Man, when's your next video gonna be out? When's your next video? I need a Gotcha Man video. And especially when something goes on in the community, that's when it really ramps up, and I start seeing a bunch of comments and DMs of, dude, are you gonna speak on this or what? Like, when's your next video coming out? I think it would be beneficial for those people who really want that next little hit of the man. I got you, man. That was super good.
It's okay.
To go ahead and have early access to that. And not only that, but have access to all the classics, right? And I haven't even put all of them over. I started on it last night before I left the office. I started transferring videos that have been privated for years over into this membership thing. And I got to like 33 videos. Which is crazy. And there's some height of the Ryan Upchurch thing. There's just a ton of stuff in there. There's millions of views worth of stuff that I've privated over the years and never knew what to do with. So that's what we're doing. So let's move on. So Adam Calhoun, why do I think that he deserves the title of the guy who's responsible for the majority of this dude's break, right? So let's back up a little bit. This whole thing started, obviously, the first red flag was the Kylie Rodney thing, right? Was this dude just flat out saying that he doesn't believe that a human being, a child, is real. And this is why I don't like talking about it, because I start to just go ahead and start pointing out the points that make no sense. And he's like, well, I can't find any pictures of this girl, and she's underage. I can't find any of her friends that are underage. Anyway, so he was going crazy then, and everybody was wondering what the hell was going on. And that was around the time too that he's like, somebody gave Jelly and Struggle my address, and then of course Adam was there in that one too, but he never said anything about it. Some of us knew, some of us didn't, right? Well, moving on, the next big thing was Adam had diss tracks. After conveniently taking shots at the artist that Adam was now working with more than Ryan, which was Tom McDonald. He took some random shots at him for whatever reason. But he called out Adam, said to his diss tracks, and, you know, laid there in his bed like a girl that just got broken up with. And was like, out of all the people, Adam, I just couldn't believe it's you.
Well, looks like I ain't got to tell you who it is no more. You of all people.
Talk about gay. That's a Juneteenth little video right there. He says there's these diss tracks. He swears on it.
The fact that there was diss tracks you made against me?
Goes back and forth with Adam, and then just gets so cocky that he's like, screw you, Adam, and screw everybody. You know what? You want a diss track? You want to do this diss track thing? All right, let's do it. I'll take on any rapper. I'll take on all y'all at the same time with one hand tied to my pinky toe and with a harmonica that's a little bent. It may have gotten thrown to the ground just outside the gate. Well, if that ricocheted and went up and hit one of his guards right in the forehead. Imagine a workers' comp claim. What happened? I got hit in the head with a harmonica. He threw it at you? No, it just ricocheted off the ground. Stick to the point, Gotcha Man. That's one of your biggest downfalls. You don't stick to hey, if you're the membership videos, I'll get to the point in them. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that's what you guys like about me, is that I fucking ramble. Anyway, so this whole diss track thing kind of revolves around Adam. And he keeps on talking about how, why Adam calls himself the middleman. Why does he keep saying middleman? Everybody keeps saying middleman. Adam keeps saying he's in the middle of it. And then that's when it sparked off the whole Instagram stories about Adam over and over and over and over. But I think what was a real big turning point was he calls all these people out, and a lot of these other guys kind of do these diss tracks towards him. But then Adam finally said, hey, f it, I'm doing it. And Adam just whipped him with all those, the tweaker, the holy water. I mean, just, he lost, right? And he had to take the first L in a long time. And it was delivered by Adam. And then that's when it really ramped up. And there was 100 Instagram stories a day. Adam. But Adam Calhoun. Oh, good turkey. And he said that, so, oh my God. Listen, you imagine? Like, he couldn't even tell his security guard to back the cameras up a little bit while he was looking for something that happened on his property. And the security guard said, do you want me to back it up a little bit? And he's like, yeah, back it up like that old girl twerking.
You mind if I back it up? No, he's up there.
Oh no, yeah, I want to see him come out. Back it up like that old girl twerking. These motherfuckers, they could have a jammer in here. If one of them is smart enough to put one in here.
A jammer? Is that like a Swiftie for Taylor Swift, but for Jam Wayne? Maybe if they had a jammer with them. So you mean to tell me that, like, he can't even have his security guard back the cameras up without referencing a line from Adam Calhoun? And you want me to believe that Adam Calhoun isn't the majority reason behind this guy's complete mental breakdown? Come on, bruh. Come on, bruh. Speaking of come on, where's all my buddies at, huh? Where's my Frank the Tanks of high school and community college to say, James, what, you're reading books now to try to, that's what we're doing? Dude, let me tell you something. And this, I was reminded of this. I had completely forgot about this until I paid for that Savannah Patreon to watch Adam's podcast with her. And he was talking about how he got tased from behind and elbowed the cop. And I mean, as crazy as it sounds, I may have told this story on here before, but I was in this big bar brawl and my buddy was just like, he picked a fight with this whole group and I'm doing my best to keep up. And this cop comes in. Thankfully, I didn't elbow no cop in the face or whatever. The cop did shoot me right in the back with a taser, which I thought was horse shit. You know, what kind of sissy cop shoots somebody in the back? Now I'm reading books.
The Tipping Point, How Little Things Can Make a Big Difference by Malcolm Gladwell.
Just to think at one point, I'm literally getting shot in the back by officers because I won't quit fighting in a bar. Anyway, long story short, we're in the middle of fighting. My buddy slits some dude's throat. Cool. The dude still with a slit throat tries to fight me. The blood spraying all over me. Cop shoots me in the back. My buddy runs out the back door and just disappears in the night. And they life flight the dude out of there. They obviously focus on him. They just cuffed me and threw me against the wall. And they get the guy. They land a helicopter down behind the bar. They get the guy flown out. The cop come back in there to try to figure out what was going on. He was like, all right. He's like, who cut this guy? Who slit this guy's throat? And the bartender looks at me and says, he did it. And I got blood all over my shirt. This dude's blood. Now I'm reading books.
That's so gay.
How did I get to this story? Oh, yeah, Adam Calhoun. Yeah, so I watched your story, man, and I can relate. Ain't that so gay? Like fanboying over this guy. I probably ain't going to post for the rest of this month. We got to wait for Pride Month to be over.